Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about Doordash Base Pay. So the Doordash Pay model consists of three major components. Tips from the customer, the promo pay such as peak pay and challenges, etc., and base pay. And recently, the base pay, one of the most controversial and consistently disappointing aspects of Doordash, has been updated and no one is happy about it. So with that said, we are talking about everything you must know about Doordash Base Pay, what they tell you versus how it actually is, what you could do to make more money as a gig worker, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, so what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. This is what Doordash says about their base pay. Base pay is Doordash's base contribution for each order. This will range from $2 to $10 when a dasher chooses to earn per order, depending on the estimated time, distance, and desirability of the order. Deliveries that require dashers to travel a longer distance, that are expected to take more time, and that are less popular with dashers will have a higher base pay. Base pay does not change based on the customer tip amount. So a lot of gig tubers, for a lot of different reasons, have already proven that to be 100% false. Whether it was Nugs way back when they first knocked the base pay down to $250 or something like that, or Zach Drives Fast with one of his latest finds, but we'll go into that later. Either way, base pay 9 times out of 10 is going to end up on the lower spectrum of that, and sometimes even the lowest spectrum. That said, we did go over a lot of this in our video talking about the Doordash pay model as a whole, and if you haven't seen that video, I will leave that video in the description. Feel free to check that out. Until then, I do have a few side notes that I would like to go over on this subject. The minimum base pay. The minimum base pay has been making some pretty harsh declines ever since I hopped on in 2018, and recently they made it even lower. And Doordash has not been shy about lying through their teeth about it can be higher, when in the reality, the large majority of orders are not reaching those higher amounts in terms of base pay. When I first got started in 2018, it was $7. Then it dropped to $5. Then it dropped to $3. Then between $225 and $275, depending on the market. And now the lowest minimum base pay as of late has been displaying as $2, which is embarrassingly low. And quite honestly, how is Doordash not embarrassed by how crap this base pay is? It was already pretty bad that the dependence on Doordash customer tips was so damn high. Now it's even more so, because you know Doordash is going to take their sweet ass time making the base pay grow nowadays, which has been brought into question not only in terms of the base pay growing based on distance and time and stuff like that, but even the overall desirability has been put into question. Again, we'll go over that in a second. Earn by time is different. The base pay for earn by time is not the same for earn by order, so this isn't gonna apply to those drivers. If you want to know more information on that, there's going to be a link in the description on earn by time as well. Feel free to check that out. Pay discrimination. So credit to this actually goes to Zach Drives Fast, as well as his friend Pam, who has been featured on his channel. They have been doing some investigative analysis on the concept that Doordash has been discriminating against gig workers and offering lower base pay to certain drivers. Now, I can't prove it, and this is simply theory, but I would like to throw in my 2 cents on this. Doordash has earned a reputation for sending orders with decent base pay from time to time, and I think that has something to do with the individual drivers accepting them. Let's say that Doordash knows all the types of orders you accept and those which you decline, and their algorithm stores that kind of data. They know exactly what type of phone you use. They know where you like to drive. They know all of the details, etc., etc. How much the orders were, how many miles did it it take to complete, how far you typically go from here to there, and are willing to take consecutive orders on, etc. And they will even keep track of certain habits you have as a driver. Now, the algorithm can be programmed to send you orders, not just how much you accepted the order for, but on how much you're willing to accept for it, as opposed to how much the desirability has raised the overall value of the order. Oh, you would be willing to take this order for $19 as opposed to $21 according to our algorithm? Let's get a bargain deal. Which is why you never want to accept no tip orders no matter what. Now you're teaching the algorithm that you're willing to accept crappy orders for the sake of accepting crappy orders. So do yourself a favor and only accept quality orders no matter what. Consists of 20% of your income. Now we all speculate and we all get mad at Doordash about base pay, and yes, it absolutely should be higher than what it is. It's embarrassing. But the truth of the matter is that Doordash base pay only accounts for 20% of your income right now, and 80% of the money you're going to be making is from 20% of the cause. For us, that's tips. I'm not saying Doordash should be doing this and the base pay shouldn't be higher, but you want to focus more on getting higher quality customers than that of trying to get the wrong people to do the right thing. That's why no tip, no trip is such a major factor here. Because if Doordash isn't going to provide us with the pay we deserve and the work we put in, we need to make sure we aren't losing money by working with said no tip customers. No deal is still better than a bad deal. And that's being proven on the Doordash side and on the customer side. Don't fall for Doordash Marketing. Doordash will continuously provide you information on the promo offers that you can hop onto that will offset lower paying offers. Like lately, they've been promoting delivery streaks. Programs that promote high acceptance ratings like Top Dasher and the High Pay Order Program. And false truths about how base pay is calculated, which we already went over. I'm telling you now, do not fall for it. It's not just because no-tip customers are genuinely dangerous to work with their refund methods, bad ratings, and false accusations. That's all true, but because it's a bunch of lies in general. Delivery streaks were introduced not too long ago, and people have been reporting a glitch where the 4th out of the 5 orders are completed, but it resets to 0 and you don't get the $8. What's going on? People in the high-paying order program are seeing orders that have no tips and extremely low base pay still being considered high-paying orders. Yeah, because $3 going a mile is still considered a high-paying offer, right? Shut the hell up. And if you want to know more about the programs and promos that I'm talking about with delivery streaks and the high-pay order program, I'm going to leave that both in the description. I know we are plugging in a lot today, but that's all relevant based on this ever so growing issue. Diversify your gig portfolio. I feel like I sound like a broken record with how often I say this, but it's so true. The best way to make sure you're not worried about the base pay is not to be so dependent on Doordash as your sole source of income and diversifying into other gig apps. Most people get emotional and angry about the base pay dropping because they're only source of income. So sign up for apps like Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, Shipt, Deliver That, Parworks, Viho, Amazon Flex. The list goes on. If Doordash is not going to pay you and customers won't tip you, find someone who will. And don't feel so limited to a gig platform either. Especially if you have a high value skill, start building up some clientele on the subject and build your own sort of side business. Doordash alone will never be good as multi-apping and having a well-diversified gig portfolio. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about the Doordash base pay today that I've yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody who wants to know anything about the Doordash base pay as a whole knows how it works as gig workers and they can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.